Kristian, you said in the lead up to this game you had the scope to change your side a bit. Have you finalised that now, the final 24, or you still got some thinking to do?
Still got a little bit of thinking to do. We've just got to figure out what we're doing with a couple of guys. I've got a few guys who've come out of grand finals and things like that are just carrying a couple of niggles and won't necessarily be available for a week or two. So we're just going to make some smart decisions there and make sure we've got everything covered in our 24.
David Fifita, amazing debut, really, wasn't it?
Yeah, I thought he was great. We all know what he can do with the footy. He's a powerful runner of the footy. He's such a big man that moves so well, and he showed that today. And it's hard to handle on that edge. But I thought he did a really good job defensively too, and that's just as important. And he's certainly shown that he's going to add something to us that we didn't necessarily have in the mid-season test.
And the blokes outside the squad all that you played, they all busted a gut to get into it, didn't they?
Yeah, I thought they were great. Guys like young Nella at 9, I thought he did a really good job, and obviously Sleever-Villi's got an injury there at the moment, so it was great to be able to give him that opportunity. He hasn't played for Tonga before. Christian Tuipulotu, as he did in the mid-season test, he was great for us there, and I thought he was great again today. And like a guy like Mahe Fanua and Albert Vetti to come in and have a bit of a run with us this week and come and play some minutes today. They're both guys who've played for Tonga before, and I know it means a lot to them. It was great to be able to give them that opportunity.
Mate, how many will you retain in camp after you've picked that 24? Like, will you keep a couple of emergencies around, or what are your plans?
Oh, look, it's something we've probably got to try and figure out. I know that if there is injuries throughout the tournament, there is the possibility, or head knocks and things like that, there is the possibility of being able to bring players in. We've got to balance that up with, obviously the clubs want them back in Australia if they're not playing, if they're not in our 24, and to just sort of balance that up a little bit.
Mate, finally, firstly, well, double barrel question, any injuries, and you volunteering to let the sin bin French players go back on. Can you talk us through that as well? Yeah,
well, no injuries, certainly not that I know of anyway, and I'm sure there'll be some bumps and bruises. A couple of blokes who haven't played for a little while, so we'll see what comes out in the wash tomorrow, but at the moment no injuries. Look, it's a trial game. I understand there's sin bins in a proper game, and Marcus got things right there. There was no dramas, but we want to get as much out of the game as we can. I know the French do as well, and being able to play 13 on 13 is how we're both going to get the most out of it. So that's where that came from.
Did you pick up some injuries, mate? Elwar?
No, it was just a sore finger. Portuguese was sore adductor. But we're all good. I just said to you, I think we've done like close to 30 interchange or something like that. So we're all fit and ready for next Monday.
There was a good moment when the Tongans said send your sin bin players back out there. That was tell us what happened there.
Obviously I just briefly talked about it with Kristian after the game, and I said we do a warm-up game. To learn from that. There's no point to play 13 the 11 or 11 the 13. What did you take from that as a warm-up game? So I think that was pretty smart and thank for them. Even if I thought that the penalties were pretty harsh, but can't control that. And what we can control is that type of reaction from Kristian, which was great for the game.
It got as close as I think 26-12.
22-12.
22-12, yeah. So
16 minutes to go. Yeah. I think that's why we explained to Bruno that there's some good momentum from us during that game, but at some point I think we lack some consistency as well, and we concede some soft tries, kick out on the full, and some stuff like that. You cannot do that against one of the best players in the world. So it's a good lesson, and that's why we play that type of game to improve as a team and to learn from that game.
Who did you like today, mate? Who were you impressed with?
On my side, I think I really like Alcio Romano. Play centre, he play a bit on the wing, and he's tough. He had to go again, like every single carries, every single tackle, he gives his best. So that's the type of attitude I like, and I'm sure it'll be even better on Monday.